Under a dead city in Syria, in a tunnel dug beneath its walls, excavators found 20 Roman soldiers lying where they fell. There were no sword wounds on them. They had been gassed. The men who did it worked for Shapur I, king of the Sasanian Empire, a dynasty only 30 years old, on a border Persia and Rome had fought over for 3 centuries. He had already beaten 2 Roman emperors. One died on campaign. The next paid Shapur to go home. 4 years after that tunnel, Shapur would take a 3rd Caesar alive. It began on the Euphrates. At a place called Barbalissos, Shapur destroyed a Roman army that his own inscription numbers at 60,000. Then he took Antioch, the greatest city of the Roman East and one of the greatest in the world. By the end of that year, his inscription counts 37 towns and cities taken. 3 years later, his engineers reached that city, Dura-Europos, on the Euphrates, and dug mines under its walls. The Romans inside dug their own tunnels to meet them. Where the two broke through, the Persians set light to sulphur crystals and bitumen, and the smoke did the rest. It caught one of their own as well, a Sasanian officer in mail with a jade-pommeled sword lying among the Romans he had just gassed. One of the dead Romans was carrying a coin minted that year, 256. That is the earliest chemical attack we can still dig up. Dura was never lived in again, which is exactly why the bodies are still there. Rome sent an answer. The new emperor, Valerian, came east himself. He fought Shapur back across Syria, and by 257, Antioch was Roman again, while a Gothic fleet was landing armies on his northern coast. He was running 2 wars at once. There was plague in his camp as well, though only one of the 2 surviving Roman sources mentions it. Then, in 260, the 2 of them met near Edessa. What happened next depends entirely on who is telling it. The Roman writer Zosimus says Valerian was trying to buy peace, that Shapur asked to meet him face to face, and that he was seized at the parley. Zonaras says he fought, that the Persians simply had more men, closed around the Roman army, and killed most of it. Shapur's own inscription allows no doubt at all. A great battle, 70,000 Romans, and the emperor taken, in his words, with our own hands. He cut that account into a cliff face in Fars, and the picture of it beside them. They took him with his senators and his praetorian prefect, the commander of his own guard. No Roman emperor had ever been captured alive by a foreign enemy. Rome now had to decide what to do about its emperor, and Shapur had to decide what to do with a captured Roman army. Follow for part 3.